Oh, nose up. Ooh, they can hear us.
They can hear us, but you know they don't need to.
Reviewing primary directive.
Get plugged in.
We're in.
Rock, paper, scissors, slither, spot.
Are a sad, strange little man.
Throw the freaking hump, imposter!
Do you even listen to yourself when you talk?
I drift in and out. Hey, cuckoo birds, do you mind? This is important.
If you'll all excuse me.
I have a man to beat in pool while wearing shorts.
Let me ask a question. Do you hate this? Do you hate doing this? Do you?
Are you like a crazy person?
Why can't you see that for the compliment that it is?
Wow, this is garbage.
Welcome to the Geek Underground.
And welcome to the Geek Underground, episode number 51.
51.
51. It is, how many days are we in lockdown now so far?
So 3 weeks we've been in lockdown.
3 weeks in lockdown. I think I don't know
We're in
what's...
the 4th week.
I don't know what's going to happen tonight. I'm going a bit loopy. I'm losing sleep here. My kids are setting alarms that are going off at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I've just barely gone to sleep because I'm not sleeping well.
Mm-hmm.
And man, my brain is just not even there. But there's a lot of people are trying to do a lot of things to stay sane right now in the lockdown.
Yes.
And some of those sane things, I don't know. I don't know if you've gotten to this level. There's a lot of people that are just going out and really trying to find anything to keep themselves busy. We've got a video of a kid in a little office chair holding a leaf blower and
he's
just
in his front garden,
spinning in
though.
circles. He's in his
Not
front
okay.
garden. The social distancing. Nobody's close to him right there. Or if you're going office parkour style.
Parkour! Parkour!
I don't know. And I think people are really missing this opportunity to be, sorry guys. People are missing the opportunity to be really pranking their family more. There should be more pranks happening in homes.
No, there really shouldn't be.
I think there should because then you come across the wonders of saran wrap and what it can do across a doorway when you tell someone to come running into a room really, really fast because you get stuff like this.
Oh my god, really? Musically.
You know, actually watching that video, it looks like they used packing tape because she hits hard, or that is just some really, really stiff saran wrap.
That's not cool.
But they chase a girl into a room and she gets clotheslined by the saran wrap.
At least they didn't put it over the toilet. That's what they used to do when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah. For those that are listening to the podcast and not watching our live streams, yeah, I'm sorry. We'll have some videos mixed in that you can't quite see. I'll try to explain what's going on. But see, stuff like that. I mean, even just the normal saran wrap on the toilet. Why isn't that happening more in people's homes?
Because I'm the one who has to clean the toilet.
Well, yeah, that's okay. I don't have to worry about that one. There are people that are just trying to find things to do. And I want to let you know, though, if you have a brother or a sister, okay, and if they ever tell you to hold this or do this or balance this on some body part so they can hit it off of you, always say no.
No.
Say no. Because if you don't, we get videos like this.
Wow.
Apparently there's two sisters, and the older sister has the younger sister, balance the thing on her head, and older sister doesn't even come close. It's just straight to the teeth. The roundhouse kick straight to the teeth. So siblings. Now, if you're the older sibling, it's fine. Try to convince the younger one to do this for you. But if you ever
Should I
get
let
asked,
your older brother know this?
I always said no. But if you get asked, just say no, because bad things happen.
Just say no, kids. Just say no.
Just say no. But one of the things you could do to pass the time, did you know that Destiny just released a cookbook?
Really?
Destiny just released.
Is it all the cookie recipes?
There's a lot of things. Let me show you the front cover here. So we have Where is it? I know I've got it in here for you somewhere. I think this is it right here. So Destiny has a cookbook. So here's our front cover of the cookbook. It's a really pretty, wonderful cookbook. I know, it's amazing.
I want this.
Why do you want that?
Because it's a Destiny cookbook.
Well, it is a Destiny cookbook. Okay, so in the Destiny cookbook, you have some. What's the name of that one rocket launcher that people like?
The Galahorn.
Galahorn. There's the Gallardoodles. You can make Gallardoodles. There's a recipe for Gallardoodles. But the one that everybody is waiting for, the one that
ramen
everybody
noodles.
wants is Cade's ramen noodles. There is a Cade's ramen noodle recipe
We need
in the Destiny
ramen.
cookbook.
We
So
need
if
Cade
you are looking
back.
for something productive to do, take up cooking. And you can do it in a geeky, nerdy way.
But you keep telling me not to do it.
What, make ramen noodles? I have never said don't make
No.
spicy ramen noodles.
Not to bake.
Okay, well, hold on. There's a difference. Now, for a while, I want to paint a picture of the mountain of baked goods that have been on our counter and the fact that that's going to be 2 extra stone when lockdown is over, all right? I'm going to have this massive baked goods roll around my midsection that I don't want. And so it's not that I do not
so
like your
good.
cooking. I know it's amazing, but I just don't need your cooking as much, at least your baking, as much as you're doing. So just slow the baking down a bit. Now, the cooking,
But it's
spicy
part
ramen,
of my, like, exercise is actually, like kneading
the dough. Okay, well,
Oh,
knead it
yeah.
for somebody else. We have.
I do give it away.
I know you do. But spicy ramen noodles are definitely okay. We can Amazon order our cookbook, and we can have that in the house, and that would
need
be
Destiny
that would be amazing. Oh, absolutely. I mean, who doesn't need a Destiny cookbook? I think that could be
Definitely need a
that could be
Destiny
fantastic.
cookbook.
And then I found out that Henry Cavill is a massive nerd. Did you know
Yes.
Henry Cavill is
Yes,
a
he
massive
paints
nerd?
miniatures.
Look, he paints his own Warhammer miniatures and apparently loves the game and loves the games like that. So Henry Cavill is a nerd just like me. Oh, well, hold on. Henry Cavill is not a nerd like anybody because there are no nerds I know that are yoked like Henry Cavill.
Speaking of Henry Cavill.
Dude's yoked, dude. I mean, it's just massive.
I know. But speaking of Henry Cavill, something really, really, I'm going to say we're right now supporting this. Not necessarily Henry Cavill, but some nerds online have decided that they've been talking about the X-Men becoming part of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
Okay. So at some point, the X-Men are going to move into the Marvel Universe and we're going to have the X-Men out there. And the thing is that Wolverine is a bit of a tricky subject because
Yep.
poor
Hugh
old
Jackman.
Mr. Hugh Jackman is no longer playing
Hold
the
on.
Wolverine.
He said he would potentially if he could star with
but
Ryan
he
Reynolds.
promised
with
his
Ryan
wife
Reynolds.
he would not do it anymore.
I know, but
so
if
we
he got-
now
if he
need
got
a
with
new
Deadpool.
We now need a new
do.
Wolverine. And a lot of people have said, "Oh, Henry Cavill would be a wonderful Wolverine." And yes, he's yoked, and yes, it would. I don't get to. He's too clean cut to be
Yeah, Wolverine's got to be a bit rough.
Wolverine, but I support 100% Jack Black as Wolverine. Look at that!
Jack Black is Wolverine.
Holy cow!
All right, so if Jack Black commits to the transformation
Now, I've got to say right now that this photo that we're showing you is a
complete
a
mock-up.
fan
Complete mock-up.
that has basically photoshopped it. But doesn't it look amazing?
Jack Black could
So,
pull that
Jack
off.
Black, we salute you, man, and we Geek Underground is fully behind Jack Black for Wolverine.
All right, so what he needs to do is he needs to go on the Chris Pratt body conversion regimen. I mean, if Pratt can do it, he went from just chubby, cute comedy guy
Yes.
to like rocked out Star-Lord.
Absolutely.
So
Jack Black can
Black,
do this.
you could do this.
We want you as
We
Wolverine,
have faith
man.
in you. That actually reminded me when that girl got kicked in the face by her sibling. I actually had pulled a clip from one of our favorite TV shows, Community.
Dude, sorry.
Love Jack Black.
Jeff?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's a little nosebleed. I get them when it's dry and when my face gets kicked.
just a little nosebleed.
Love it. And if you haven't seen Community and you live in the UK,
Watch it.
the whole
it's on Amazon
lot,
now.
It
Or
is on
Netflix.
Amazon, but it is also on Channel 4. So if
Netflix.
you
No.
have
It
got catch
just-
up
it-
on Channel 4, you
check.
can watch Channel
I
4.
think it actually
you can watch.
just all dropped. Yes, Channel 4 as well.
There you go.
Why is my Face ID not working?
Now, challenges.
Hold on. We got to find this. We're looking right now because I think it all just dropped on Netflix, all 6 seasons. And I'm looking right now because you got to know this because this is really cool if it did. Netflix is up. Sorry, it's taking time to load. I'm pretty sure I just saw the fact that
Search it.
I know, but that takes more time. Who wants to type words in? It should just be on my front page. It should know.
Is.
Season 6.
6 seasons in a movie.
Yes, all 6 seasons are on Netflix now. If you're in the
Netflix UK.
you need to watch that. That
You
is
do.
that
So
is
Netflix
really, really good.
or Channel 4, depending on what you have.
Yeah.
Challenges.
Challenges.
Lots of challenges have been put out
Too many
during
challenges.
the lockout. And as you saw, Dadpool here last week did
Hey,
the
I crushed Tom
Tom
Holland.
Holland
Okay?
one. Now, I found one, and this
Crushed
was
him.
one that Chris Evans put out there.
Ooh, okay.
Right? So I have decided I'm going to do the Chris Evans one live on air right now. Do you
Right
want to
now.
see it?
Okay.
You ready for this?
No. You're going to punch me or something.
No, I'm
What are you
not.
gonna do to me? You're going to
Okay,
like throw a
I've gotta
pie
take
in
this
my
off.
face. Okay.
Right.
Headphones are coming off.
This is the Knives Out challenge.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Are you pulling knives out? What is happening? Okay, she's pulling a sweater from behind her. She is taking the sweater, and are you putting it on? She's putting on the sweater. Okay, sweater is going on. I'm moving my coffee. The sweater is on. Okay, she's put a sweater on. That's good.
Knives Out challenge completed. I am not kidding.
That's what Chris Evans did.
Yes.
Shame on you, Chris Evans.
Shame on
Of all
you.
the things you
I
could
can't
do, Chris
believe
Evans.
It was this. It was just like, you're what now? Yeah, a load of the Star Wars universe have been joining in with it, including Rian Johnson. It's apparently all to do with the fact that Chris Evans' jumper that he wore in Knives Out has become a thing. And so people are now, as the Knives Out challenge, have bought sweaters and are wearing them. So you take a picture of yourself wearing a knitted sweater.
Yeah, but it
and
needs to
that's
be in that
it.
kind of corded knit white sweater top that
have one
he's
of
wearing. Well,
those.
you need to buy
And
one then. If you want to do the challenge, you got to buy
make it
one.
that quick. So anyway, I put a sweater
Or you
on.
could make one.
It's knitted. I'm done. I've done the challenge. Ha ha!
Good job.
That was awesome. See, you're not the only one who could do challenges.
You did good. I want to see you do the handstand t-shirt challenge, though. Actually, I want to see Tom Holland do it better. I mean, really, you've got to put out a different one of you actually succeeding at that, because taking 41 seconds when somebody like me can do it in 6. I just want to say that again.
7.
6. Wow.
7.
Yes. So closer to 7, I guess.
7.
Okay, we'll go with 7. It's all right.
7.
You got to redo that one.
7.
But no, again, in this time, guys, we never want to make light of anything. We never, ever, ever do. We're here because we want to offer just some fun, some support. And on that support front, I want to point you to a couple of resources because I know I've talked to some people whose mental health has already declined a bit. They're really stressed out. They're really worrying. They're having a hard time with life right now. And there's a couple really amazing resources out there. There's this one awesome resource called Chat Now. And if you go to Chat Now, they have actually this is the front page for their one they just released called Coronavirus Support. It's from Chat Now. But you can look up chatnow.org or coronavirussupport.org. Double check that .org. I think that's what it is. But if you're looking for someone to talk to, someone to chat with right now, some general hope, medical help, whatever it might be, there are these two great things. They even have an app out. I'll show a picture of the app if you're watching one of the streams. That you can go to, you can chat, you can find encouragement, you can find hope. They are a faith-based organization. So one of the apps, it's just got some really inspirational verses and ways in which, you know what, you can meet Jesus if you want to, you know, and if that's something where you've been thinking about it, you don't know much about it. I want to tell you right now that it's not .org, maybe it's try .com, coronavirus support, not group. You have group at the end there. But guys, there's amazing things out there, and there's amazing resources for you. And again, for me, you know what? We are Christian, and we do believe that you are made for a purpose, and we do believe that we are on this earth for a reason, and that's because we were put here. And if you have questions about that, again, the Meet J, which is what it's called, app has some awesome stuff. But again, you know what? They're also just there for help. Even if whatever faith you're coming from, whether any faith or no faith, they're just there to help. They're not going to push any agenda on you. And they're, again, amazing resources, things that you can go to where, again, if you're struggling and you just need to talk to somebody, you need to chat to somebody, they're there 24/7. And so please take advantage of that. I think I was just reading some stats that their numbers have gone through the roof in the past few weeks, and they've had to bring on extra staff to help. They've just put out this new one, coronavirus support is it .com. We're just double check. I should have had this figured out. Try the .org. It's not .org. I had it up. Coronavirussupport.org. I thought that was it. And it might not be it. No, it moves it on.
No, it's not.
Okay. I'll try UK. Coronavirussupport.uk. Actually, I think that one is it. That one is right. Coronavirussupport.uk. I will get there eventually. I'm sorry. I told you. I'm sleep deprived. That is it. Yeah. Coronavirussupport.uk or chatnow.org are the two that you can go to that just, you know what? They'll help you out. If you're struggling, talk to somebody. Don't hold it in. Don't wait. Your mental health is important. The same way when you're hungry, you feed yourself. When you're thirsty, you drink. When your mental health needs some tuning up, you got to take care of it. And so take care of that.
Cool.
Yep.
Are we actually going to get into some nerdy news now?
That is nerdy news.
Well, I mean like geek news.
Well,
Look,
yeah.
I'm even wearing the nerd shirt right now.
We can.
We can.
We can definitely get into some geek stuff right
Are
now.
we going to do movies, TV, what?
Yeah. Why don't you? So, what do you have to start with? You know, I always ask you where you want to start, and I'll let you kind of guide us here a little
Well, where do I want to go? I want to go. I've got lots of game news this week. Oh, yes, I do. I have a really good one. So most of you know who Bruce Campbell is. And if you don't know who Bruce Campbell is, you should know who Bruce Campbell
bit. If you're
is.
a geek, you know who Bruce Campbell is. And if you don't, shame on you,
You
and
know
then
what?
look him up.
I haven't really seen the Evil Dead movies. I will be honest. I haven't seen any of them. Horror's not my thing. But I still know who Bruce Campbell is.
He was in Spider-Man.
And yeah, he's a big friend of Sam Raimi, who has just been confirmed as the director for Doctor Strange 2.
Yes.
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 Well,
not just.
Well, no, not just, but he has been confirmed now. And so Bruce Campbell has tweeted Sam. Obviously, you can't talk to him at the moment, but he has tweeted and said that, surely there must be some character to challenge the good doctor. So we may be seeing Bruce Campbell in Doctor Strange 2, which I think would be absolutely amazing. Because Bruce Campbell is it's Bruce Campbell. I mean, he's awesome.
I'm not going to complain.
Just
You're not going to get any argument from me on that at all.
I like this.
I know.
I do. I think this is brilliant. So yes, hopefully we're going to see Bruce Campbell in Doctor Strange.
The one that I am hoping for, now this is not confirmed, so don't take any of this as gospel at all. Mm-hmm. But you know who's my favorite actor?
Ryan Reynolds.
Absolutely. Now, there are rumors from some very reliable sources that Netflix is currently courting him for their 80s movie remake of Dragon's Lair.
Yes. I've heard this.
I know this. I should have talked about it last week, and I apologize for not doing so. Now, for those that don't know what Dragon's Lair is, Stranger Things has kind of made it popular because it shows them playing it in the arcade. This was just a money quarter-sucking game, okay? It cost $1 to play in the early 90s when I played it. So I'm sure this game was around for a while, but when I was trying to play it, it was early 90s. $1 in quarters was a lot to a kid, all right? When every other game was just 25 cents. So you pumped $1 into this thing. It would play 30-second cutscenes. And then all of a sudden, you had to know which button to push at the right time, and it doesn't give you any instructions. There was no instructions on this game, and then you just had to hope you got it right. So I tried this game about 2 or 3 times, and I'm done. I'm not pumping my dollars into this thing. This is ridiculous, and that game always left me with a bad taste in my mouth. Mm-hmm. However, if Ryan Reynolds wants to don the garb of Dirk the Daring and take up the mantle in Dragon's Lair, I am all down for that because it's Ryan Reynolds in a video game movie.
A lot of fans are really not happy about this because they've been begging for an animated, because a lot of the cutscenes, whereas a lot of the games were very 8-bit and everything else, this looked like a Disney cartoon. If you haven't seen it.
Yeah, the movie did, the video game did.
Yes.
Netflix has done these before. Do you think Netflix could be doing a choose-your-own-adventure type? This is a Netflix show. Now, that's not confirmed
like
at all.
Bandersnatch.
Yes, exactly like that. With Ryan Reynolds in it.
That would be fun.
Now, Netflix has a good working relationship with Ryan Reynolds with 6 Underground. He's done some other projects with them. So it's quite possible that they have the inside track to land Sir Ryan Reynolds. Not that he's been knighted.
He's not been
He's
knighted.
not been knighted. But I'll call him Sir because he's Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
And that could be a lot of fun if Netflix decides to try to go that route.
That could be interesting.
Could be very, very interesting. So
Very
yes,
interesting.
I am rooting. I'm rooting for this. But again, nothing confirmed. But there are some very, very good sources that have given us those little tidbits of information.
Now, if you, again, I'm not a horror fan. I've never been a horror fan, but I like what Sean's mum calls chilladillas. I love my shark movies. You all know this. I'm a big Sharknado fan. I like giant shark versus mega octopus and all that sort of nonsense. So one of my favorite silly old like chilladilla movies is Tremors. Now, I know you're not a big fan, but I absolutely adore Tremors.
I didn't mind the first one.
The
Big
first one
giant
was good,
sandworms burrowing
The
through
rest
the
of
ground.
them have been up and down and everything else. However, Tremors 7 has actually
What
been
happened?
made.
7.
7.
There are 7 of those movies.
Tremors 7. And it's called Island Fury because apparently somebody has now got the graboids and has taken them to an island so people can hunt them for sport.
Nothing
this
could go
was
wrong
due-
here. Nothing could go wrong here.
This was due to land in cinemas.
They were going to release this thing in movies?
Yeah.
This wasn't a straight to like VHS so we could all just
It was
throw it
going to
out
be
and
a
never watch it?
limited release. However, Burt Gummer, who became like the main character after Kevin Bacon and Reba,
Did he stay with
and all those
all
guys,
of them?
all of them, yes. He has actually stayed with it, and because it's Burt Gummer Day yesterday, the entire movie's been dumped on the internet for free, so you can go and look up Tremor 7 if you want to watch it. Now I have not
legitly, you
seen
can
this.
watch this legit, or has this
Absolutely,
been
legitly.
illegally leaked online?
No, it's completely legit. It's supposedly leaked, but Universal haven't bothered to take it down, so apparently they don't care. So if you want to see Tremors 7, you may go and watch it online. You've just Google it, I'm guessing. I found it on Comic Book, the website Comic Book, and yeah, you can watch the entirety. I thought, no, this has got to be a trailer. Pressed it. No, the whole movie starts playing. Now, I'm not going to say that this is a kid-friendly because the first one wasn't, and the other ones
good,
haven't.
Or good.
I don't know, but it might be entertaining. And if you've got nothing else to watch and you were a Tremors fan, maybe you want to watch Tremors 7. There you go.
7.
7.
I think they just knew they weren't going to make any money on that movie at all. They're like, you know what? No one's going to pay to go see this at all. Just here's it for free. We'll pretend it's late, get some goodwill.
Oh, and really quickly,
Oh, my goodness.
Mandalorian
Yeah.
season 2 is completely wrapped
Oh, they finished shooting.
before the lockdown happened, and the October release is still in place as of now.
Okay.
So we should still be
Oh, is
seeing
that the one
an
that-
October release for The Mandalorian Season 2. Now, I know most of you won't. Up to now, you've got 4 episodes. And I don't know where we're at with the English audience. I don't want to release anything. I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, just don't say anything
I'm not
about
going to.
where they are in that. Just know that, okay, it's good to know the next one's coming.
Season
that
2
was
is coming.
James Gunn did tweet as well that they had just finished wrapping shooting on Suicide Squad right before lockdown, and that they were able, because of the forward thinking of the studios, all of the editors were given all the equipment at home so they could go ahead and continue
Amazing.
with the editing. And so that movie will be released on time. It's not going to put a hold on that. Or then Guardians 3, James Gunn is like, both these movies are going to go ahead as scheduled. So it's kind of good to see that there was some luck that was kind of caught, unlike Batman, where only 25% of that movie was shot before it got shut down.
No!
No, but the cool thing is the director was talking about that and saying that doing it this way, usually shooting schedules are so tight and so hectic that you don't get a chance to step back and actually see what you've done so far. But being able to stop now and look at this, they're actually able to tweak things they wouldn't have normally tweaked and actually maybe make it better. Because, again, you're so tight in your shooting. You don't have a chance to stop and think and do anything. And now he's got all the time in the world to sit back and look and see how they could really take this direction and make it the best movie possible.
Which will still be rubbish.
It's going to be a good movie.
It's going to be rubbish.
And this is Rob Pattinson wheelhouse. Brooding,
And
dark, emo
as I
character.
showed my son
this
today,
is beautiful.
The original Batman with Mike and Keaton is where it stops. Just that. Perfection. Doesn't need to be another one.
Coming from someone that loves all the Sharknadoes and all the Tremors movies, that's where her taste stops.
And somebody who watches grown men throw a ball around a field for hours on end and spends $200 for a ticket. Seriously? You think my Judgment is lapsed.
Are you wanting to judge all of the sports fans in the world at this point right now? That's
I'm
not a good
judging
thing
anyone
to do.
who's willing to spend £200 on a ticket. Yeah, because it's
Never
ridiculous.
spent £200 on a ticket. Maybe $200. It's a lot less though. Our money's like peanuts compared to
paint dry.
watching paint dry. There's a note being pushed through our door.
That's nice.
Okay, we'll come get that in a minute. I don't know what that says. We've got children, and we're all locked down.
Did you know, like, Babu Frick? Because I know Star Wars just released over here
Yes.
on iTunes and everything else. Babu Frick, the really cute little thing that messes with 3PO's head and does all that
Fries
stuff.
his head, yeah.
He actually, in the original cut, had died.
Really?
Yes.
Like performing that thing? Like get electrocuted or something? Or
no,
what happened?
No. He got killed when they blew the planet up.
Oh, he just got left behind.
He was killed. And Spielberg, who got to see the movie before anybody else, said, absolutely not. I love that little creature. You've got to bring him back. So they actually CG'd him into the spacecraft so that he would stay because he didn't want him to die.
And who is the voice of Babu?
And my brain's gone dead.
Moaning Myrtle for
Moaning
all
Myrtle,
those Harry
that's it.
Potter fans. That was Moaning Myrtle. Even though you don't really hear much of that voice, that's beside the point. So yeah. So where else are you going? Do you want me to go to our next little thing here? Or are you doing okay with that?
We can carry on. We're in movies, aren't we?
We've been kind of bouncing around, but we can do movies now. I have a movie thing if you like.
Go on.
With the Dune remake.
Oh, I've got that one as well.
Do you have that one as well? I've got a little picture here. Here's our first look for those that are actually watching it. There's our first snapshot. Not quite sure what's happening there, but the cast is just ridiculous in this movie. When you look at, you've got Rebecca Ferguson, Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, Stellan Skarsgård, Dave Bautista, Zendaya, and on. I mean, Jason Momoa,
Hey, Jason
Javier,
Momoa.
Bardem. This cast is
Javier
fantastic.
Bardem.
I know. I was trying to go quickly, and my tongue couldn't keep up with the words in my brain, and I stumbled. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I stumbled.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks amazing. There's a little bit more than just this one clip that they give us, but again, I don't know. Here's the thing: when that first Dune movie came out, I was pretty young. Right, I was had Patrick Stewart. So that was kind of cool. Even though that was before he was, Jean-Luc. But it's a trippy movie, like to a 10-year-old. I mean, this guy gets a plug pulled out and oil squirts out where his heart should be, and he dies, and weird fat guys floating around rooms, and I just didn't really know like what was happening, and there's this weird spice that makes your eyes blue. So while yes, this new movie looks amazing, I don't really have a whole lot of love for the old one because I haven't tried it in the last 20 years. And when I watched it,
Why not?
because it was weird. Other than like sand surfing on the sand dune worms, like that was the only cool thing that I at least saw as a kid from that.
Do you know, it really, really, really upsets me that you don't go back to watch movies like from a while ago and like appreciate the classics, even though, because I said that I wanted to go and see Blade Runner 2049 or whatever it is. What was it?
Yeah.
2149?
2049.
Oh, 2049.
I went and watched it.
And I actually had to get him to watch the original Blade Runner because he hadn't seen it.
Newer is always better.
No, not in that case. It wasn't.
Hashtag Barney Stinson.
Terrible.
Newer is always better.
No.
No, it's in How I Met Your Mother, and Barney is trying to convince Ted that newer is always better. And Ted's like to the bartender, hey, what's your oldest scotch? Oh, we have this great 35-year-old Glenn McKellen, for like $120 a shot. And then he asks, well, what is your newest scotch? We have Sir Grape Bean something scotch for like 50 cents. Which one would you like, Barney? And he still tries to stand by his newer is always better, and so he orders the grape scotch. And yeah, anyways, that's more humorous to a How I Met Your Mother fan, which I know you're not.
No, because it's not funny.
It's hilarious.
It's not. How I Met Your Mother is a disgrace of a show.
All right, England.
Disgrace.
All right, England.
Yeah,
You can
because
move on.
most British Americans don't know what comedy is. I've got no clue.
We have got great comedy.
No, you don't.
Oh.
No, you don't.
All right, England, move on. Come on.
Really?
Do your thing, England.
Really?
What do you got?
I don't know. I don't know if I can follow up after you quoting that ridiculousness. It's just
amazing.
no,
Amazing show.
absolutely not. No. Let's go to some game news because I'm just done at the moment. I'm not going to talk about TV shows while you're messing about with How I Met Your Mother. PS5 controller.
What about it?
Ooh, pictures got released.
Now, hold on. First off, you've got this name DualSense. It sounds like a sex toy, okay? So you've just got a weird name to start with. It looks like just a round, bubbly Xbox controller. It's lost all of its dual shockness. Now, yes, it does have haptic feedback. Does that mean you actually get shot in the hand in the game and you get jolted, or what?
No, it just means that, like, as the dual sense means that unlike when you're getting like shot or when you're jumping and falling in with the regular controllers we use now, it just rumbles in your hands and you can feel it kind of like as you're running around. With the haptic feedback, it means that you will feel the difference between like running on grass as in running on like gravel, and then just you will feel those differences. There is a specific kind of like feel to each experience.
And I heard things simply like pulling a bowstring in a game, you'll actually feel the tension get tighter and tighter on the trigger. You're pulling it, so you know you're pulling it back to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Things like that will happen with the controller. So I mean, it sounds really neat, but you look at it though, and again, it looks just like an Xbox One controller. I mean, it's lost the look of the DualShock that PlayStation has had. That classic control. Go back to PlayStation 1, and it's been the same. It's been very, very stylized in how it looks. It hasn't changed much. They've gotten a bit bigger because, it was really small when it first came out, but it had a look. I mean, the PlayStation controller had a look, and now this just looks like an Xbox controller. I mean, again, the Xbox, I think 360 controller is one of the best controllers ever made, and that's kind of what this is looking like.
It also has a built-in microphone.
Yeah, and it's got a creator button, not a share button, which is kind of cool because they want to try to push that whole, you can do everything from this. This will be for really any content creators to anybody. I mean, I doubt content creators would use.
I think this is really kind of cool, that the fact that they're, instead of it all being one color, it's going to be dual colors, which means you're going to have like, for example, my children are always using my controller, which is why it's kind of getting broken now. And so having a different color for each of the family is going to be amazing, because then they won't be able to play with my controller.
Or you just lock your controller up when you're not using it.
I should
put your charger somewhere else so they don't get a chance to take it.
But it looks more like a 360 controller, definitely. But I'm excited to feel this haptic feedback.
Yeah, no,
because
it sounds
know
really cool.
Everybody says it's like this new buzzword, and like haptic's been a big thing since Ready Player One. But, being able to feel those differences and everything else is just going to be very cool, especially with a game like Destiny, where you're changing up guns, you're running on lots of different types of surfaces, you're going to be doing lots of different types of things. Feeling those different, those different textures through your hand is going to be interesting.
Yeah, just to see at least how they try to pull it off is more what I want to see, if they can pull it off. Staying on video game news, for those that are looking for things to do inside, now I'm not sure if this promotion is over, but Google Stadia was offering 60 days of free Stadia Pro. The difference with the Pro and the regular Stadia is with the Pro, it came with a whole bunch of the games that you could play. And I gave it a shot today. I hadn't tried Stadia out yet. And so I logged in. I tried it out. I got a MacBook Pro computer. And I got to say, just the times in and out of menus, everything was just so much snappier than on a console. Everything was quick. I didn't really feel the latency. I just tried a bunker clear, which if you played Destiny, you know what that is. Just a kind of a daily public event. And I didn't feel any of the lag or latency people had talked about. It felt very responsive, other than I haven't played mouse and keyboard in about 15 years. And so I was really, really rusty and trying to figure out what all the buttons do, because there's a lot more than just the original Halo, which is the last thing I played mouse and keyboard on, was Halo 1 going way back.
I play Roller Coaster Tycoon, but I don't think you need to worry so much.
A bit different. But yeah, if you've been really wanting to give Google Stadia a shot, or you thought about trying it, but maybe you wanted to wait until you knew it was more refined, now's your chance to try it for free. You can see where it's at. It has a lot of free games on there. Destiny 2 is one of those games you can play for free. You don't need to pay for anything on that. If you want to do any of the current season events, there are things that you'll need to buy season passes and such. But yeah, I mean, I was able to play current content, which was surprising, because going in it didn't show any of the season passes were bought on mine, but I still played current season content.
Nice.
But yeah, something free.
One of the things that made me smile this week is Fortnite players are now protesting the game, and the hashtag RIP, R-I-P, rest in peace Fortnite, is trending on Twitter.
Why?
Because since the mobile players all of the PS4, Xbox One, PC, Nintendo Switch, and mobile players are protesting the free-to-play Battle Royale game and the current state it's in, because they're just getting fed up with a lot of people just running in with just, they've got no interest in really the game. They're just jumping on it, especially at the moment while everybody's playing games a lot more and everything else. You've got a lot of players who really don't know what they're doing, and it's making some of the games really sweaty, and then other games nobody seems to know what they're doing. So it's really kind of caused a big issue with the Fortnite players, and it's in turn RIP Fortnite.
I don't see the big deal. If people want to learn a new game, why not let them learn the new game? There's nothing wrong with that. I have no problem with people jumping on Destiny right now. I'd love more people coming on and playing with us, which is a whole lot of fun. So, I mean, people are looking for stuff to do. Let them do stuff. Like, why is it a big deal?
They've been saying that Fortnite players are upset that there is still skill-based matchmaking in the game. Because as far as they're concerned, if they're really good, they don't want to play anybody really good, because that's not as fun, and they don't want to play sweaty people all the time, which is what happens in Destiny. I've got to say, generally I go in with Sean and a few others of our clan members, and I joke about it all the time because I'm not a brilliant Crucible player. And if I go in on my own, I generally been put in and I do quite well, because as not a great player, but I know what I'm doing, I can hold my own on my own. But when I'm in with these guys, I drag the level down a little bit so they get to play people who are a little bit easier than they normally would be playing with. And I get that.
I don't like this argument, though, because you know what?
If you're really good at it, why is that a problem?
Exactly. I mean, to me, if I'm really good, I always, which I'm not a bad player. I'm actually definitely an above average player. And I always want to play someone a little bit better than me, because I want to try to beat them.
Because then you learn.
You learn, you get better. Just going in and beating up on scrubs the whole time, what's the fun in that? Yeah, okay, I padded my stats. I had like a 20 KD last game. Yeah, against people that just started. Dude, play people your own level. Skill-based matchmaking is great because it puts you against people that are the same level as you, and you shouldn't have a problem with that. If you want to be good, beat the people that are better. And if you think you're good, then beat the people that are supposed to be as good as you. This is no problem to me at all to just get good, don't suck, like whatever, just play the people that you're up against. And
that again tells me a lot about not all of the community, and I really don't mean all of the community,
but
a good position of the community on Fortnite who are complaining about this, then you know what? It's not okay that you go in with a bunch of blueberries and go, oh, look, we're going to just stomp all of you because we're so much better and we've been playing it so much longer. No, you should be letting the blueberries play with the blueberries so they kind of learn how to play the game.
Exactly.
If I jumped into Fortnite right now, I wouldn't know what the heck I was doing. And I would probably be sniped in my head within 2 seconds of me respawning, which happens quite a lot.
There's no respawning.
Well, you know what I mean. I don't know. I don't play Fortnite.
You played PUBG, so you die, you're done.
I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah,
there you
same
go.
thing. Okay. Well, unless you get to a teammate before they've really died, then you can revive them back a little bit. But
okay.
There's no
I
respawning.
don't care.
Yeah.
Not going to play it. That's just it. Some other video games releases for April of this month, I guess. I don't know.
Final Fantasy VII.
Final Fantasy VII. Oh, I am so excited about this because I played the original on the PlayStation. I absolutely loved it. I made my brother so angry because when you go up against the Black Dragon, and if you put the right code in, you get to have the Black Dragon on your team. And somehow or another, I managed to put the right code in, and he didn't. So I got the stupid Black Dragon. And then it made him even madder because then I got to the point where you could go and race the chocobos, and I basically stayed the rest of the time playing with the chocobos.
Nice.
Didn't make him very happy at all.
Like most of our clan right now, our Destiny clan is off playing Final Fantasy VII, and I've been talking to them about it. We don't have it yet. It's definitely a game we want to get, but everybody I've been talking to, one of the things they mentioned, I played Kingdom Hearts a lot on the PlayStation 2. And people are telling me the combat is like a refined Kingdom Hearts style combat, which is good because it did feel just a bit off if you played Kingdom Hearts. And really, just the consensus, if I were to wrap up what everybody said, it's just that the game is fundamentally fun. And if you want a game that is just a fun game to play, that is well done, where the combat has evolved a bit to the point where it makes sense and it's just well polished, it just sounds like Final Fantasy VII is really there on all fronts, and it's going to check all the boxes for just a fun video game that you can just jump into. Whether or not you've played it before, it doesn't matter. You don't have to have played the old one. It's just still a great game, and all the reviews are just stellar so far for it.
And so if you're interested to see, because you didn't play the original, a free demo is actually currently available for fans to experience the opening chapter from the game. So if you want to go and check it out before you buy, a free demo is available. I'm imagining it will be, depending on which console or PC you buy, wherever you go, you can probably go on the PlayStation Store and download it from there. So if you'd like to have a go at that, you know what? Free demo, well worth it.
Absolutely.
Fallout 76 Wastelanders is going to be dropping in stores really cheaply if you would want to play that. Fallout's not one I've played a lot on.
Is that actually a full game, or what is the difference in that game?
Well, yeah, because it launched in late 2018 because of lack of content. But they have a free update coming right this month.
Oh, okay. So if you have Fallout 76, it's a free DLC that you can get for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was wondering what the name was, the Wastelander, if that's just the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Some other ones that are dropping at the moment. PS4, you've got Predator Hunting Grounds. PS4, Xbox One, Switch and PC, you've got AFL Evolution 2. If you're into sports games. Gears Tactics on the PC is dropping April 28th. Moving Out, which I don't understand these games. This one is, its tagline is, "Are you ready for an exciting career in furniture?"
No.
Really? This doesn't
I'm
sound
good.
exciting to me.
No,
Anyway,
I'm good.
PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch and PC. If moving furniture is your thing, then April 28th you can be getting on that. A few other ones that if anybody is interested, Sakura Wars on PS4, SnowRunner, Moving Out, Gears Tactics, Naruto Shippuden, I hope I pronounced that right, and Resident Evil 3. Again, not my thing, but if you're into that, Resident Evil 3 is dropping.
There you go. Okay.
Awesome.
Awesome. I'm going to take a little detour here to some news of the weird. Now, I love Woody Harrelson. He's always one of my favorite actors.
We love
just
you,
the
Woody.
stuff that he tries. He filmed that one movie that was a single take movie. I can't
Yes.
think of the name of it right now.
In London.
And as they were filming it, they were live streaming it. So this movie was filmed in a single take and live streamed at the same time to movie theaters, select movie theaters though, but just around the world. Just a ridiculous achievement they were able to kind of pull off with this. However, Woody Harrelson is currently pushing the idea that 5G towers are a conspiracy helping push coronavirus further and spread it.
You know, I was watching 2012 where he played that kind of
The conspiracy
kooky
theorist.
conspiracy theorist. Is he just becoming one of his characters now?
There's actually more than just Woody Harrelson. There are a number of A, B, C, and D listers that are pushing this idea that 5G towers, and actually because of these conspiracies, actually here in the UK, a number of 5G towers have been set on fire because people
but
are.
how is that? How would a mobile phone tower give you coronavirus?
I think what's behind it is people feel that the 5G towers are lowering immune systems and making coronavirus easier to infect people, and so the towers should be shut down until coronavirus has passed. But it's just there's nothing out there to support this. Now, do I think that living in a world where we are constantly bombarded by waves of all kind is healthy? Not even a little bit. But it's the world we live in, and that's
I grew up, you know, from my 10th year of life until I was in my mid-20s. And again now, my summers were spent literally just up the beach from 2 nuclear power stations. In fact, I was there when they built one of them.
And you're a foot taller than your mother. You're a foot taller than your mother.
My dad was tall. Give me a break. I swam in the sea, and I mean, they use the sea on the coast, and this is literally maybe, what, half a mile up the coast?
Yeah,
maybe.
You're taller than your mother.
And I swam in the sea. That was the same sea water that they used to pump and cool the reactors at the nuclear plants, and there's nothing wrong with me. So, you know what? No.
But yeah, so they just got some weird conspiracies they're pushing right now. And again, you know what? It's like radiation. When you go and get x-rays, these waves, though, in small doses are okay, and big doses are not good for you. And that's kind of what they're going off of, saying, hey, you know what? These waves are something that are not good for us. Again, it's not founded in any scientific facts. If you've seen this out there, there's nothing to support it yet. Now, I'm sure they'll do studies. They'll look at this, long-term health effects of things like this. But right now, there is nothing to support these claims. So, no spilling coffee.
Over.
No spilling coffee at the table.
That was a bad idea. Very bad idea. Right.
Now, have you seen anything recently that you enjoyed? Movies, TV shows?
So I watched Star Wars again, and it doesn't let me down. I know a lot of people were left... a lot of people didn't like it because they figured it was too much fan service, and you know what? I disagree. I think it was just enough, and I know every time I watch that movie, I sob at the end because it's just like seeing that moment with Daisy Ridley as Rey. She's just been revived by Kylo Ren, Ben Solo, and just looking at her face, it's just the most perfect Star Wars moment, I think. Just that one shot every time. That's just me. And I don't cry at movies. You know what? I laughed when Leonardo DiCaprio died on the Titanic. So, you know what? It takes a lot to make me cry. But I've got to say, stunning movie. Absolutely love it. It makes me laugh. It's a really, really good movie. Absolutely.
I'd still put Rogue One over any of the three newest trilogy. Rogue One, I think, is still a better movie than those. I mean, they've all been passable. They've all done well. I've enjoyed them all. I just think that J.J. Abrams did the best of what he could do with that last movie. Didn't make it. I mean, it's never going to be in my top 50 films ever. I mean, it's going to crack maybe my top 100, maybe. But it's definitely not a movie that I have to see. It was good. Again, I enjoyed it. It was emotional. It was a great wrap up to the Skywalker saga. But it was just still kind of like, I'd probably give it like a 6.5, maybe a 7 out of 10.
But you see, I would watch Star Wars over any Marvel movie any day of the week. And I know you wouldn't, so.
There's some Marvel movies I could definitely push way down that list.
But no, I would.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
If I could turn around.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
And I love Guardians of the Galaxy, but if I had to choose between watching Star Wars for the rest of my life and the Star Wars movies or watching Marvel stuff, I would choose Star Wars.
Now, the thing that's making this more difficult if I had to choose Star Wars or Marvel is the expanding world of Star Wars now that we have Mandalorian, we have Obi-Wan coming, we've got spin-offs in the works, we've got a trilogy of movies that are slated for stuff outside the Skywalkers, we've got all these young adult novels that are coming out focusing on the Knights of the Old Republic. They're building this massive world. Now, it's always been there because they've had all of those extra canonical, what do you call it? What's that word? Extra canonical. Is that the word? Books that are out there now. I know they've wiped a lot of those out and they're really redoing the canon. But because of that, it's making it a little harder. I think I'd still lean towards Marvel just because, again, now we have all these Marvel TV shows that are coming out with the 20 plus movies and the other 10 that are in development. You've just got a much more massive world with everything Marvel than you do everything Star Wars. And that's why if all I could do is pick one, well, there's just more content Marvel. There's more comics. There's more shows.
Agree to disagree.
It's only got this much. Marvel's got this much. It's a big difference.
At the moment, Marvel hasn't released a TV show that I've been like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. Gotta watch that.
Yeah, but these are the first ones that actually tie into the MCU, and that's what they're releasing right now.
No, I know, but like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was all right, but I didn't feel like I had to go back every single week to watch it. And none of their other TV shows has just been like, okay.
Daredevil and Punisher were amazing. Daredevil and Punisher.
I know you
amazing.
liked them, but I was not that impressed. I really wasn't. And
Did
the only
you give Punisher a chance?
The only one I even kind of liked was Iron Fist, and that was one that everybody hated.
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed Danny Rand.
You know, that made it really difficult for me. And I mean, I really love what's her name who plays Jessica Jones, but it was just kind of like And I love Star Wars Rebels. I've really enjoyed The Mandalorian. You know, I enjoyed Solo. That's me. I enjoyed the first three
that one was
movies.
good too. I enjoyed
you know
that
what?
one.
I see the problems in them, but I've enjoyed every single movie I've watched. Even episode 8, which has got to be between episode 2 and 8, they're both, you know, difficult in different ways, you know. But I'm sorry, there's been more Marvel movies that I've just sat there and gone, oh, for goodness sakes, this is just
I know.
I mean, they're just telling the same story over and over again. And there are bright spots and there are really good movies in the Marvel universe. Do not get me wrong. But at this point, they still haven't done enough for me that would make me choose Marvel over Star Wars. Fortunately, I don't have to choose, but that would be my...
Oh, one thing I just want to mention that is really kind of cool that's happening. What's it called? Watch from home theater. Just look up watch from home theater, and what they're doing with that is they're actually enabling you to watch different movies. They did the Invisible Man was the one they did recently. They had another one slated for. Actually, it might be happening if you're in America. I think it's happening tonight at 8:00 tonight. That would be Eastern time, 8:00 tonight. I can't remember which movie they're doing. But basically, they'll get a director from the movie, some actors or actresses from the movies, and they'll sit down, and you'll have 4 different people, some from IGN, some that are actors or actresses or producers or directors from the movie, and they'll watch this movie together. Now, the only downside is you actually have to have it. They're not showing you the movie on this site. They basically let you sync it up. So they'll start the movie, stop at a certain point, go, okay, everybody ready, set, go, and everybody starts the movie at the same point, and then you're watching the movie in your home, and then you're watching this commentary from the director live, the actors and actresses that you enjoy live that were in this movie. And it's just a really neat way of experiencing a movie that you might have enjoyed or maybe you haven't seen yet, but just one of those things they're giving us to while we're stuck at home, here's something that you can do that's really unique and never really been done before.
So Britain's doing the same thing, but we're doing a different twist on it, as we have Secret Cinema, which is quite literally, when they do a great movie, the best thing ever. We have Secret Sofa, which is pretty awesome. The first movie they're doing is the Grand Budapest Hotel. Again, they're doing all sorts of different ones. This isn't a free thing. You do have to pay for this. But included in your money is the request that you dress up for the occasion.
To go sit on your sofa. Okay.
To go sit on your sofa. For this particular movie, Mendel's Patisserie was a big thing in the movies. So they're actually giving you recipes so you can make your own little cakes and stuff to have with the movie. And I know.
Have your little soiree at home.
Drinks are served. You do have to buy your own bubbly, but they are encouraging you to do that. But they're creating this really cool little atmosphere for you to watch a movie with lots of other people. There is a chat room all set up for it and everything else. They're even making it available where you can order from Amazon Prime. With the movie, you can actually order Haagen-Dazs strawberry cheesecake ice cream and have it delivered to your house.
In time for the movie.
So it's a really just fun way. If you've enjoyed the Secret Cinemas, if you've never heard of Secret Cinema, go and look them up. We went and did the Star Wars one. It was absolutely one of the most incredible things I've ever been a part of. To be actually able to walk around Tatooine, and it really was walking around Tatooine and seeing the Jawas and smelling, you know, the smells, and I can't explain how amazing this was. They're a bit hit and miss on for us what the movies are they're doing. We would love to have done the Back to the Future one at the time, since they haven't really done anything that we've been like, oh my gosh, got to do that one. But we've seen photos from other ones, and it's just such a cool thing that they do.
Because they build the world.
Yeah.
They build the world of the movie. And so when you go there, you dress up, and then there are actors that are playing different roles in that world, and you're walking around and interacting with these people. And, so parts that we were in for the Star Wars one was you're in a market area on Tatooine and walking around this market area.
And then you go in the buildings and you see Owen and Baru, Lars sitting around with Luke kind of chatting, and you get to see and be in on the information. And then there's like little tasks to do, like you go and kind of like avoid the stormtroopers so you can like smuggle spice and stuff like that. It's pretty darn awesome. And there's food there as well. And
At the cantina bar
Yeah.
if you wanted to go get drinks. And then
And
as you're
then-
watching the movie, there's actually scenes from the movie kind of happening around you, and they'll just really, really cool the way they put those together.
Absolutely.
And so this is a really cool take on that then
Yeah.
as well with what they're doing.
So if you're I mean, I think you can do this from anywhere in the world, but if you look up Secret Cinema, it's called Secret Sofa. The first movie they're doing is the Grand Budapest Hotel. They're going to be doing this quite relatively often, I think, from what it sounds like. The first one is playing on Friday the 17th of April at 7:30 p.m. Yeah, so if you want to do it, go and check it out.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. I'm pretty much done with what I've got. I think
I've
you're
done
as well.
everything I've got.
I wanted to go back, though, and just touch up on this. Guys, thank you so much again. I know things are a bit random and a bit chaotic at times when we're trying to do this live and with the technology, trying to show videos and stay in line with that. But I want to go back to this chat now and this coronavirus support site. Again, chatnow.org is one that you can use really anywhere. The coronavirussupport.uk, it was made for the UK, but again, the resources on there are for anywhere in the world. I mean, you can still live chat with anybody from anywhere in the world.
And it is anonymous.
Absolutely anonymous. There's no agenda. Now, if you want, again, there are faith-based backings behind these, but again, that's not what they're pushing. If you just go, you need some help, you need somebody to talk to, just know that's why they're there. For us as Christians, that's why we do things, though. We know our church family members that aren't able to get out and buy groceries, we'll buy them groceries. We're not trying to do anything or get money from them. We just want to help. And this is a group of Christians. They just want to help. And if you do want to know more about what it is that we believe, they're there to answer those questions too. But right now, I know this is a stressful time. I know this is a very anxious time. It's not an easy time to be living and alive. It's really weird and surreal, and we don't really know what's going to happen tomorrow. But there are people that want to talk. And if you're struggling, there are people that want to help. And again, coronavirussupport.uk or chatnow.org. They've got some great apps that you can download and follow along with certain things. And also you can get chat support from the app as well. So please take advantage of these resources if you're someone that just needs a little bit. It doesn't, even if you're not struggling super bad, just you need a little help.
But you're up at 3:00 in the morning and you need somebody to talk to.
Do it.
Right? They're there.
Do it. Oh, and you know what? We'll end on this. I've got, again, in our downtime, people are looking for things to do, and people are getting amazing at the things they do.
How many times do they
And
do
that's
these
it.
things?
I don't know. So if you're not watching the video, it was a dude across his living room threw like an Xbox disc, and it lands in the
That was a
Xbox
Wii.
and gets sucked in. I think it was actually his thing on the. Anyway, it might have been a Wii. One of the game systems on its side. Like throws a toaster waffle into his toaster from a mile away. But people just have way too much time on their hands.
They do.
And it's amazing, though. I love it. So keep doing it, okay? You got time on your hands, guys. Put out internet gold for us so we can watch it here, and it keeps us entertained in this time.
Absolutely.
But that's all for now. And we're going to get going
We are.
because it's time.
It is.
And it's late. And our kids should be in bed, but they're still wandering the house trying to get us to put internet on their devices. If you've seen us kind of waving children off in the camber, that's what's been happening. They've been bringing us notes.
We've been given notes.
We get given notes. Turn internet on. No, it's your bedtime. Go to bed.
I love the fact that it says, I am allowed. Oh no, that's am I allowed?
Am I allowed to have internet? Yeah, they're trying to get that, and they're coming back in now with their angry eyes, and waving the thing. So, guys, we love you. Just know that it's always a pleasure to be welcomed into your home or your car or your room, wherever you are. We love being involved in your lives, and if you want to reach out and chat to us again, how can they find us, Trash Panda?
We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the Geek UG.
All three of them?
Find us there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and if you play Destiny 2 like we do on the PlayStation 4, you can look up Techno Sugar and Tasmanian Flea, and we will happily play with you.
Yes, we will. It's
happily.
fun. We will.
Happily.
And again,
happily.
that's at the Geek UG. UG for Underground at the Geek UG, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Twitter. So, guys, that's all. Don't forget to be awesome because you are. Thank you so much for joining us.
And don't forget to be unique. You know what? It's a perfect time to try out something and work on you. Take some you time and work on you. Be yourself. Be an individual. Be unique.
Make
And-
internet gold.
Yes.
Yes.
So, bye.
You're gonna hate me, aren't you?
Yes.
You're gonna kill me, aren't you?